Hi, welcome. My name's Vicky, and I'm starting out a new YouTube channel. And what the YouTube channel is going to be about is basically people in relationships that may be dealing with a partner that may be narcissistic or psychopathic. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out as this is the first intro video, so it's not going to be professional, so I apologize. I want us to build a relationship that we're very comfortable, like we're friends. We can build a relationship that way. What I did is I've got me a little bit of juice to drink. Get yourself some coffee, tea, glass of wine, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Get your PJs on, your slippers, and we want to just relax, like we're just talking and airing things out. I want to tell a little bit about me. In the past, I was caught up in a narcissistic psychopath relationship. So getting out is difficult because of your own self, of identifying it, knowing you're in one. That's like the biggest key, is knowing you're in one. And since then, it's nothing but a story. And I want you to remember that if you're losing hope, and some people are here like, I don't know if I'm in a narcissistic relationship, and some people know they are and I'm having a difficult time understanding, and some people like, I'm having a difficult time removing myself from it. So everybody can be at a different level, all right? And that is why we're here. And what this first intro video is going to be about is just identifying you of the difference between the two, and possibly detecting if you are or if you are not. I have to say this, just from experience, and you're here, there's a good chance that you are, or you're in question that you are. So just being here and checking out the video and coming around is kind of an idea you might be, but we don't know at this time. Since then, I acquired friends, others that were in it, and as a healing process for myself, after I was very well past a lot of it and moved on with my life, I also made a blog to be a self-help for people. I got emails and questions from people all over the world. And so what I decided to do to make it a little more personal, it seems to be a very scary dilemma you can be in, and a lot of people are trapped in it. So don't feel alone. Don't feel like you're stupid because you did, because there are many people that have. So these are what the videos are going to be about. And it's going to be basically my blog that is now going to be live. Again, it's not going to be professional. I hope you understand. I hope you we're friends enough that I can make mistakes. And I have little papers, so I kind of stay on track here, because it's a very, very large topic that I can easily go off track. What I'm going to promise you is that there will be more videos, because it's going to touch a lot of different areas, from the trauma bonding, the gaslighting, the manipulating, the love bombing, and everything else. So we will continue to have videos, so watch for them. And the best thing I can tell you to do is, if you are interested and you want to learn more, is hit the subscribe. I'm not really sure it's the subscribe button. It's a button there that says I subscribe. And then if you like the video, please hit the like button. That helps the videos generate. But that's up to you. And the other thing I'm going to ask you too is, I'm going to make these videos, you're going to be a part of them. It's not going to just be me. I'm not going to be here doing all the work, okay? You're going to be a part of them. I want you to put in the comments if you have questions. That really helps me make new videos of what you're looking for. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep creating videos from your questions because everybody's situation is different. So let's get started. I don't want to make this too long. It's just going to be the intro video. And what my main thing in the intro video is I want people to learn the difference between narcissistic and psychopath. In my case personally, I like to put them together. Are they different? Yes, but very little. All right, so I always put kind of narcissistic / psychopath because in a lot of cases they carry both. And let's just do this as a rundown. Out of a medical book, which will be your first air, well, I never found out what was going on. You don't think I didn't look in the medical book, but the medical book is diagnosis. It can mislead you, like, well, they have this, no, they have that, yes, they have this. The problem is, it is totally different than a medical book. The only way I knew I was into something not good was when I saw an article that said narcissistic psychopath in relationships. Completely different. You can get misled. So let's do the quick rundown. Glasses, all right? On narcissistic, this person can have self-importance. Believes has unbelievable power in goals or business. He or she feels that they're special. Excessive admiration for themselves. And some, they have some kind of entitlement and things like that. Lack empathy, envy of others, and arrogant behavior and attitudes. Well, that's pretty much everybody in the world. And that's the problem, because everybody is going to carry those traits. This is what people do not know, and it gets misleading. Everybody in the world has narcissistic in them. Everybody. You and I both do, everybody's. The only difference is there's different levels. And obviously if we had none, you'd be that little kid on the playground being beat up all the time and never be able to find a job, or you'll be hiding in your bedroom and you're afraid of the world. You have to have some narcissistic in you to say, I can do that test. I can go to college. I can make this job work. I'm better at this, or even stand up for yourself. If you had no narcissistic in you, you would not do any of those things. You would have no goals, no self-esteem, no push or umph of the little caboose that said he could. You won't have any of those. So remember, everybody has narcissistic. Don't get that confused. Then there's people that have just a slightly higher narcissistic. Okay? It's still normal. They're a little higher, they have a little more of it than the other person. What these people are really good in, these are the people that you're going to see save the world. You're going to see these people, the ones that make businesses grow. You're going to see these people, the ones that take the risk, and they're not afraid of losing, but they don't want to lose, but they're not afraid of it. And they push the envelope to the edge. So those people aren't bad people yet. We need those people. They're the ones that are able to actually make things happen, Now we're the one we want to talk about, the one that's up here. It's where it hits danger zone. There's no empathy, there's no care. All their drive, all the things that they do, it's only self-gain. They have no sorrow for anyone. They don't want to help other people. Even though they act like they do or act like they care, somewhere deep inside, it is for them. It is actually for them. So this is not necessarily always somebody that, ooh, I'm too sexy for my shirt, I look in the mirror. It goes beyond that. To tell if they're those kind of people, it takes time. It takes time. You can't go by what they say. You can't go by what they say, because they're great charmers, they're great con men, they're great con women. You just have to see them in action in the world, and you will pick it up in time. They do not lose. They will not lose. I mean, it's on a serious level. And if they do, it was everybody's fault. I don't care if it's in a game. I don't care if it's in a discussion. I don't care if it's anything. Very arrogant, very self-centered, very dominating, and they are goal seekers. They will climb the ladder and work, but it's not on a humble level. Okay? It's not on a humble level. Now, again, we just said the psychopathic person. They are exactly carry all those traits. The only little bit of difference, and this is per a medical book, is that the psychopath will have these traits, but they will also have a lack of an attachment, okay, and plus dishonesty, manipulation. They can be reckless people. So here's these different levels. So pretty much they're both, did you notice they're kind of same? So if you take the narcissistic and add that. Now, how many people out there right now, you and you, are saying, I know what you're talking about. Oh, check mark, check mark, check mark. Yeah, that is really possible. But we have to be careful with that too. And you have to remember, there's one thing that's really, really important too. There's a lot of control in a narcissistic psychopath. And the control can be in different ways. So if you have a friend that had somebody like this in their life, and this one had somebody like that in their life, and they said, well, mine didn't do that, and mine didn't do that. That doesn't mean that's still not true. Some have goals for just sexual gain. They have to be admired egally by sex, like they're a king. Some have it's financial, stealing money, manipulating. Some is just plain control. Those are the ones that can be abusive and control everything you do, and they plus can be violent. Remember, they don't have to be violent. They don't have to have a control of violence to still be a controlling person. They may never hit you, but they can still destroy you. There's kind of two kinds, physical and mental, and they can carry both too. So just like there's different personalities, there's different narcissistic psychopaths. All right? So we're going to try to keep the clip a little short. Again, add questions. It's going to help me add to the list. I do have a long list. I'm going to make other videos. You'll know what the titles are, what they're about, but this will help me give you even more. The other things, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. That way, every single time a new video comes and you get onto YouTube, it's going to tell you. It's going to take you right to it. And then you get the like buttons and things like that. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it either. That's fine. We're just here to learn. And so we're going to cover a few other boundary levels. I would like to keep this into a kind of finish this up, because I want to keep this as the intro one. And I want to tell you a few things. If you're in one now and you kind of feel you are and you've done a little research, I'm going to tell you something right away. This was told to me a long time ago. You're going to rack your brain. Why? Why do they do this? Why do they do that? Why is... You have, remember this, you have a healthy mind. So a person that has a healthy mind, this does not make sense to you. You can't grip it. It's like, why would someone do this? Why would they do this? I don't get it. Just accept the fact, if a person has this personality disorder, this is just what they do. That's it. It's just what they do. Don't try to figure it out. You just need to figure out what you need to do and get yourself back on track, a healthy mind, who you were once before, who you want to be. And I'm telling you, you can get caught up in a narcissistic psychopath You all of a sudden find yourself alone. You're not hanging out with your friends like you used to. Even family's kind of pulled away. Everybody's different. Don't worry about that. That may not happen to you. But sometimes you age 10 years from being with them. They're high manipulators, okay? Other thing, you can't change them, all right? Can't happen. It is a personality disorder. There is not medicine for it. It's not like bipolar. And I'm not saying that some people can be narcissistic, they can be psychopathic, and they plus can carry other things, bipolar and other things. That is possible. But basically, we have a little juice here. Basically, what I want you to know is that if that's all they have, it's a personality disorder. A lot of things can cause it through life. They're still not really sure, but there isn't a medicine, okay? A lot of them will self-medicate. They'll be drinkers or use drugs or things like that. Not all of them, but a lot of them can, because they're self-medicating themselves. The only thing that is curable, possibly, or has been helpful is treatment, therapy, things like that. But think about it for one moment. What do you think the odds are a nice narcissistic person is going to go for treatment? Because the fact remains, they think they're perfect. It's always you. It's not them. It's you the one that has the problem, and you caused all this. So what are the odds you think you're going to get a narcissistic psychopath into therapy? First, they have to admit they know something's wrong. So that's why the rate of treatment is very, very low. And it doesn't happen very often because they can't get them in there. And they're extremely great con artists and love bombers that it could take weeks and months and months and months before the therapist can finally break through that, because they're going to play off a different person. They're going to have that mask on until, and most don't make it that far. So kind of remember those. Remember the narcissistic psychopath, going into a medical book and looking at what the traits are is very difficult to diagnose. When you're in it within a relationship, it's completely different. You're not going to be able to see, this is what I'm in, if you just read it from a medical book, this trait, because it's just so vague. So, again, thank you for coming. This is just the intro. I just wanted to separate who I am and separate for you the difference between a narcissistic person and then ones that carry psychopathic traits. We're going to make more videos. This is my goal. I've got a lot of things when I had my blog that people asked, and we had other pages of a lot of questions. And there's going to be a lot of questions, and I'm going to have to say this. I think the most difficult part of being with a narcissistic psychopath through my history here and working with a lot of people has to be detaching, getting yourself to leave them. And we'll get into that in other videos. And I want you to have a nice day, relax, be good to yourself. You deserve it. Take that time for you. It's all about you right now. Thank you.